Hello students, welcome to InstaOwl Science Class. We believe in democratizing education for all. Students, has it ever crossed your mind how water reaches the top of tall trees or how food made in leaves gets to every part of the plant? To survive, plants need a steady flow of water, minerals and food. This movement of materials is known as transportation in plants, and it's made possible through special tissues xylem and phloem. Now, think about it. India has forests with giant banyan and peepal trees. How does water reach those towering heights? The answer lies in a smart system designed by nature. Let's begin with how water and minerals are transported. Roots absorb water from the soil. This water moves up through xylem vessels and tracheids, tiny tube-like structures that form a continuous network from roots to leaves. At the root tips, cells pump minerals actively into the root, creating a difference in ion concentration. This pulls water in through osmosis, helping to push water upward. But is root pressure alone enough to lift water all the way up in tall trees? Not always. That's why plants use another trick: transpiration. Water evaporates from tiny openings in leaves called stomata. This loss of water creates suction force, just like sipping juice through a straw, pulling more water upward from the roots. This process is called transpiration pull, and it helps absorb water and minerals efficiently. It also cools the plant, especially during hot Indian summers. Want proof? Let's try an activity. This activity shows how transpiration happens in plants and how it's different from simple evaporation. So let's break it down step by step. We begin by taking two identical pots. Fill both with the same amount of soil. One has a living plant and the other a stick of the same height. Next, cover the soil in both pots with a plastic sheet to prevent moisture loss from the soil itself. This helps us focus only on water loss from the plant itself. Now we cover the entire plant and the stick with transparent plastic sheets, creating a small greenhouse effect. Then we place both pots in bright sunlight for about 30 minutes. After some time, if you look carefully, you'll see water droplets forming inside the plastic sheet over the pot with the plant. But the pot with the stick shows little or no water droplets. That's water loss through transpiration. So, now we know how water moves. But what about food? After photosynthesis in leaves, the sugar produced needs to be transported to other parts of the plant like roots, stems, and fruits. This movement of food is called translocation, and it happens in the phloem. Unlike xylem, which moves in one direction, phloem works both ways, upward and downward, depending on where food is needed. But how does it happen? The sugar enters phloem tissue, increasing its osmotic pressure. Water moves in, creating pressure that pushes the food toward areas with lower pressure, like growing buds, roots, or storage organs. Here's something interesting. This entire process needs energy from ATP. So yes, even plants spend energy to move food around. And think about the timing. During spring in India, sugar stored in roots moves to buds, helping them grow. That's a phloem in action, right when the plant needs it. So, to sum it up, the xylem carries water and minerals upward, powered by root pressure and transpiration pull, while the phloem transports food in both directions, powered by ATP. Let's go over the core takeaways with InstaLights. First, we learned about transportation of water and minerals from roots to leaves. Then we discovered transpiration pull and its role, where evaporation from the leaves creates a pull that helps draw more water up. Next, we covered translocation of food through phloem, where sugars made in the leaves are transported to other plant parts. Finally, we covered energy consumed in food transport, where ATP is used to actively transport food in plants. Stay connected with InstaOwl for more. Bye!